Hi everyone, I'm Munmun Ganeriwal and I've joined you for the 10 weeks of Yuktahaar project. A very special day today because it's the last day of the project. The project is finally coming to an end and it's really unbelievable that we have together managed to get through this project, complete 10 weeks, worked together, walked together, the journey together. So many things happen, right? Like going for lives every day, then the progress forms getting filled up every week, an expert joining us every Friday, the Saturday candid chats, and so many back and forth of messages between me and the participants, and all of that is finally coming to an end. And a lot of people have asked me कि अब आगे क्या होगा. A lot of people who have finished the 3 phases with me have also been keen to know what we do next. And a lot of people who have joined new, they are probably either in phase 1 or in phase 2. So they are, I think, the ones who are more in number, and they are wanting to know what how they can go ahead. So for them, as of now, what I have thought is that I'll just put up this progress form today, and it will be a little different progress form. जितने आप लोगों ने आज तक भरे हैं उससे थोड़ा अलग होने वाला है. But basically the essence is that आप अगर TBBD project कर रहे हैं, अगर आप TBBD diet कर रहे हैं, then you should fill this form irrespective आप phase 1 में हैं या phase 2 में हैं या आप phase 1 just शुरू किए हैं, whatever your status it is. आप ये फॉर्म फिल करिए because and I'm going to put this form in the link of the form in my story for one complete week this time, because I want to take this week's time to understand what you guys now need. I want this form to reach me, the filled up forms of course, so you guys fill up the form, and based on that filled up form I'll try to figure out if the majority of people are in certain phases, or the majority of people are towards the completion, or the majority of people need specific support in some specific area. So those are things that I'll try to figure out in a week's time, only by reading your forms, and only then I'll be able to chalk out our future initiatives, future projects, or future any kind of initiatives that I would love to create for people who follow me on Instagram. So this is basically right now जो भी हमने सोचा है. So आप कोई भी phase में हैं, please fill up this form, a very important part, and this form, as I said, will be active for 1 week. तो बहुत time है, and it's going to be a much shorter form than the forms that you have been filling up in the last few weeks. So it's going to take even much lesser time, but only if I have these filled up forms मुझे पता चलेगा कि मुझे आगे क्या करना है, किस तरह का support आप लोगों को देना है. So this is one aspect. The second aspect is about summarizing the TBBD. Since the project is coming to an end, I will just summarize and tell you what TBBD is all about, क्योंकि जितने guidelines थे वो actually सब cover हो चुके हैं. I just want to basically now give a fine good tip about how you can carry forward this, or basically how often can you repeat the TBBD program. So number 1, it is that TBBD is not about restricting any kind of food for lifetime, and I'll give you a very good example of a washing machine in your house. आपके घर में washing machine है अगर, और वो वॉशिंग मशीन आवाज़ करने लगता है, बेसिकली दैट वॉशिंग मशीन स्टार्ट्स गिविंग यू साइंस कि वो सही बराबर नहीं चल रहा है, एंड देन यू फिगर आउट कि क्या फिगर आउट करते हैं उसी समय जब आप ऐसा खर्र आवाज़ सुनते हैं या फिर आप देखते हैं कि वो अटक अटक के चल रहा है. यू फिगर आउट दैट इट नीड्स सर्विसिंग, राइट? दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू फिगर आउट. एंड वाइल द टाइम जब आप सर्विस वाले को फोन करेंगे या कोई आएगा, उस समय क्या करते हैं आप बहुत बड़े बड़े हैवी बेडशीट्स डाल देते हैं वॉशिंग मशीन में कि चलो जब तक सर्विसिंग होता है या आता है या ठीक होता है चलो, और जितने चादर हैं घर के सारे डाल दो. डू यू डू दैट? No, we don't do that. A very commonsensical approach is कि if we feel that something is not working properly, we will try to lighten up the load. And while we lighten up the load, at the same time we start on repairing it. We start on servicing or repairing it back. जब वो रिपेयर हो जाता है तो भी फिर क्या हम बेडशीट्स बड़े वाले नहीं डालते हैं? तो फिर हम डाल देते हैं ना, because then we understand that the machine is now working efficiently and now we can put everything that we want, right? So this is exactly what the 10 weeks TBBD is. Because there were a lot of people who joined in this project, किन्हीं को constipation था, किन्हीं को acidity था, किन्हीं को blood sugars high थे, किन्हीं को menstrual cramps थे, gastric था, बहुत migraine था किसी को thyroid था, so many symptoms were there. Acne tha, so many symptoms. We had like around 600 participants for this project, let me tell you that, from all across the world. And if there were so many participants, then of course a plethora of symptoms. But agar aapka body aapko ye signs or symptoms de raha hai, then what would you do? Just like I gave this example of this washing machine, you would think of servicing it and repairing it, but at the same time you will decrease the load, you will lighten up the load. And that's exactly what we do here in TBBD in phase 1 and phase 2, because phase 1 and phase 2 is about repairing your physiology, rebooting your entire metabolism, rebooting your entire working of your body. And when we are doing that, and then of course we need to lighten up the load, and that we do it in 2 different phases, where phase 1 is more about introducing more light stuff, and phase 2 is of course then bringing back a little more stuff but still restricting 1 or 2 food items. But once we enter phase 3, we see that the symptoms are gone away. We can see that the body is functioning well, and therefore it is important that you bring back these foods again. So a lot of people feel कि मैंने तो gluten free छोड़ा था, मेरे लिए तो these things didn't work out. It didn't work out because only going gluten free doesn't work out for anybody. When you're going gluten free, you firstly do it for a short term. You don't do it for long. You don't do it for life. And when you're going gluten free, then at the same time you start working on your entire physiology, like we do in phase 1 and phase 2. We just don't ask you to leave food and then just sit down doing nothing. So you still continue to take supplements that will heal your gut, that will cleanse your gut, that will remove dysbiosis, that will actually, rebuild the entire microbiome that has gone bad because of our chronic, state of lifestyle that we live in. Right? So just restricting foods is not enough. Working on your machine, on your body at the same time is of utmost importance, and that is what we do in phase 1 and phase 2. And once everything is back to system, everything is functioning well, like you would not keep your machine on a light load for a lifetime, you will eventually bring back all the heavy curtains and bed sheets into the machine once it starts functioning well. In the same way, in phase 3 you will bring back those foods again, so you don't have to go vegan or gluten free for life. Having said that, that doesn't mean that you do not follow the principles of TBBD at all. You still follow the principles, but these are very doable principles. These are principles which are based on Ayurveda and which is mostly, I would say, based on common sense. That you eat more during lunch, you eat light for dinner, you still keep faith with spices, you don't overdo on alcohol, you don't overdo on non-vegetarian foods. You simply live a good lifestyle and not really focus on a diet which tells you कि ये हटा दो और ये रख लो और ये high protein कर दो और ये low fat कर दो. None of those things, but basically a diet which is all inclusive and wholesome, but of real good quality foods, real good quality ingredients, the right timings, the right quantity, basically the 3 R's of TBBD, along with the lifetime guidelines which is mentioned in chapter 7. And combining it with the meal planning guidelines which is mentioned in chapter 10. So if you really look at that, it's a very simple way of living life at the end of the day. Now, the most important question which has gone unanswered till now and which I decided to answer today is कि ये हमें कितने बार करना है. Like going back to my same example of the washing machine, आपको पता चला मशीन बराबर काम नहीं कर रहा है, आपने सर्विसिंग कराया, it is back to action now. But does it mean that you do this servicing only once in a lifetime? No. You will go out and ensure that your machines, your home appliances, they get serviced, once in a while, right? साल में 2 बार या फिर 3 महीने में 1 बार. That depends on the appliance, but you have a regular set pattern. राइट, कि ये इतने इतने सर्विसिंग होने चाहिए. यू डोंट गो फॉर अ सर्विसिंग ऑफ योर कार वंस इन लाइफ टाइम, कि जिंदगी में एक बार कर दिया एंड इट्स गोइंग टू वर्क फाइन फॉर द होल लाइफ. In the same way, your body would also need this three-phased program once again. It's not कि आपने एक बार phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 कर लिया, because phase 3 is a lifelong phase, right? Phase 3 is a phase that you of course do it for life. But does it mean that you do not go around cleansing and rebooting your system all over again? No, you should do that again, which means that you repeat the phase 1 and phase 2. How often can you do it? You can do it twice in a year. Which means कि आपने एक बार अभी किया है तो आप 4-5 महीने you can stay in phase 3 very nicely, enjoy eating everything, of course keeping in mind the principles that I mentioned, and somewhere after 4-5 months you can again think of repeating the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 all over again. So it will be like, you know, rebooting your system all over again. So then you will see कि अगर a lot of women face these things कि एक बार कुछ करते हैं, प्रोलैक्टिन कम हो जाता है, पर जैसे ही मेडिसिन छोड़ देते हैं या जो चीज कर रहे हैं वो छोड़ देते हैं, प्रोलैक्टिन फिर बढ़ जाता है. द सेम इज फॉर से एक्ने. एक बार किया, स्किन क्लियर हो गया, बट देखा कुछ महीने बाद फिर से वो देखा कुछ महीने बाद फिर से वो आने लगा. यू नो, यू हैव बॉइल्स एंड यू हैव एक्ने एवरीवेयर. So if you know, these things they happen because we do accumulate toxins after a certain while. ऐसा नहीं होता कि हमने एक बार once in a lifetime उसको reset कर दिया and all the toxins are going to stay away from our body for the life. You need to repeat this because the kind of environment that we live in nowadays, no matter how mindfully we live, we do accumulate toxins and we do accumulate inflammatory molecules. Because no matter how much hard we try, it is really not possible to stay away from maybe pesticides or chemicals, because there are not even chemicals and pesticides in food, but also in the cosmetics, in the detergents that you use at home. In so many other ways, you're inviting a lot of these xenobiotic molecules. These are called xenobiotics, and they really do upset the flora in your gut and basically then affect your entire body system. So what I'm just trying to say is that ensure that you do repeat this TBBD phase twice in a year. If not twice in a year, that at least once in a year you revisit the phase 1 and phase 2. And now, because you guys are actually quite a pro in it, I'm sure you will be able to do this very well without even needing my help. So I'm sure you would be quite independent. So I think this is the only tip which I wanted to give. One of a very great way of doing it is to either schedule it during a season change, like you can do it once in March and the other time in September. So there's around a 4-5 months gap. And the reason why I say March and September is because these are the season change timings. These are the months of season change. And जब भी season change होता है, there are a lot of allergens and dust and stuff around. And if you really cleanse your system at that time, then what happens is that you don't get those seasonal allergies or the seasonal whatever things we have. Like right now we are transiting into summers, and a lot of people are feeling that summer symptoms. So it becomes easy just to sail through the new season if you do that. But of course it's not something which is mandatory. You can choose to do it whenever you want. There are many people who like to do it when they feel that they've really gone off track, and they feel that because of any circumstances they have gone overboard with their food and drinks, and they really want to find some motivation to get back to their a healthy lifestyle. That is also another good incentive, another motivation to look out for, to restart the TBBD. So I think I've pretty much covered everything. Not a very long session today. This was the only thing that I wanted to speak out, and I also wanted to actually very earnestly thank everyone whoever have participated in this project, because it was really nice for you people to come on board and share your experiences with so much generosity, with so much honesty. You have given out your personal stuff, like how you feel, what you feel, your health status, your parameters, everything. People have been just very vocal about speaking about their experiences in this project, and for that I'm very, very thankful to each and every participant. And as I said, आप कितने भी दिन आपने ये TBBD diet किया हो, but as I said, I'm going to put out this progress form, not even like a progress form. As I said, it's going to be a much smaller form than what we have been putting out in the last few weeks. और आप लोग इसको fill करिए, so that I'll take 1 week to study this form, and from there only I'll be able to understand कि majority of लोग कौन से phase में हैं, क्या चाहते हैं, what kind of support are you more looking for, and that is, would be my main place where I'll be able to decide for more such future initiatives or such future projects, so that it can be useful to you. If you have anything to share, any particular area that you're looking at, any kind of support you're looking at, then that is also something that you can mention in the form. This form, as I said, is going to be active on my stories, not on my bio, but it's going to be active on my stories, and you can access it from my stories. Neetu Singhania says happy Holi. I'm so sorry, I forgot to wish you guys a very, very happy Holi. Thank you, Neetu, and a very happy Holi to everyone. And होली का प्लान तो आप लोग को भेजा है, सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट में है, इंस्टाग्राम में है, यूट्यूब में है, फेसबुक पे है. सो प्लीज एंजॉय योर होली. आप किसी भी फेज में हैं, वो फॉर्म आपको होली प्लान आपके लिए बनाया गया है, बेस्ड ऑन ईच फेज. सो प्लीज मेक यूज ऑफ इट and enjoy your Holi to the best, because at the end of the day, this project or this diet is not about not enjoying life or not enjoying food, but just being mindful. I'll take a couple of questions. Okay, so somebody is asking, I'm drinking 2 to 3 glass warm water on rising, but as you mentioned, on rising take herbal tea. So can I take warm water after herbal tea? When I say on rising you take herbal tea, that doesn't mean that you cannot have water on rising. आप उठते ही पानी पहले पी सकते हैं, that is what you like, and there's no harm. So पानी जो है warm water अच्छा होता है उठते ही पीना. So वो आप herbal tea के पहले भी ले सकते हैं. Basically you can wake up and have the warm water first and then have the herbal tea, or you can do it the other way around. Both is fine. Okay, so we have another question on water, which is it okay to drink water in copper bottle daily? Yes, it is more than okay to drink water from a copper bottle daily. There is no harm. You can use a silver bottle, you can use a copper bottle, whatever you like and whatever you have. Being Yogi, Sakhil is asking, can I start now? So Sakhil, you can start whenever you want. The day you decide to start is a good day, so please start whenever you want. And as I said, this form that I'll be putting up will be there in my stories for a week, so please do fill that form and let me know what is it that you're looking forward to from us, so that, as I said, I can plan what more can be done in terms of supporting you guys. So no matter, as I said, आप आज शुरू कर रहे हो या आपने कल किया है, please fill this form and give out the details, so that we can just help you. So basically just help me to help you. That is what I'll just say. Chasing Miracle say thank you, you're most welcome. Kamlesh ji conveys gratitude. Thank you so much, Kamlesh ji. It was so much fun to have you over as a participant and also to have you over in the Saturday Candid Chat. So guys, do keep in touch and do fill the form. Thank you very much.